Today we'll be exploring how I've been overcoming procrastination and imposter syndrome while I'm taking a lovely hike. So grab whatever it is you need to do and be sure to watch to the end. Hello flower, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, then hello, I'm your host from the Beyond Shavion podcast, Shavion. And I'm so excited about today's topic, y'all, because I have dealt with imposter syndrome and procrastination for as long as I could freaking remember. Before we get started though, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. And if you like to support the channel, then check out the description for how you can leave a donation. I'm currently trying to raise $1,500 since FAFSA didn't want to look out, y'all, but that's fine because I'm still gonna take these summer classes because I'm graduating on time. Like, that's just that. But yeah, I appreciate any support that you can give, even if it's just a simple like and share. But yeah, I've just always identified with being a procrastinator. Like, I've always been like, yep, I'm a procrastinator, and I've just always thought that it was just who I was. And getting diagnosed with ADHD really only made it worse for me. Like, I felt like I would never be able to escape that loop until I really started to see it for what it was. Like, I started noticing how procrastination and imposter syndrome would feed on each other, and I've come to the conclusion that procrastination is a faith issue while imposter syndrome is an esteem issue. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to share my journey with you in case it can help you on yours. And of course, I always encourage you to comment how it's affected you and your journey with it and how you've been overcoming it in case it can help someone else. But yeah, as we get started, I wanted to share a poem that I wrote about inaction a while ago. I wrote it for this reel and I just felt like it goes great with the topic. So let's get started. Inaction. Inaction creating the reaction that makes you feel confused, that makes you fear, never you, the transaction of inaction. Or how about action? Action of what you want to be creates the quantity that perfects the quality of your motivation to cultivate a space of compassion that makes room for your passions, which starts with one action. The root, aka the comfort of inaction. Looking back on those moments where I would take 2 weeks to do something that I would finish in 4 hours, I really was just afraid of making a decision that I don't know the outcome of, and finding comfort in knowing what not doing something will bring, and knowing that if I just sit in my bed, then I know that I'll still have my bed here, I'll still have this assignment to do, I'll still have this deadline to meet and push back. I know that I need to email this person and ask for an extension, but when I actually do it, will it net any results? And I feel like me fearing that outcome was really just me not trusting in my abilities because of the mode of what things were. A lot of times I would find myself procrastinating art projects all the time. I mean, now I can't do it because I'm genuinely busy, but back then I had all the time in the world. This was during COVID, where I wasn't working pretty much almost the entire time during COVID. I was so blessed to not have to work. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the stimmies was coming through. Please. Oh my goodness, y'all. So I was just chilling, bro, and I would procrastinate recording and painting because I felt like I couldn't fit the image of what a YouTuber was or what a painter was, because I am high energy, but when I'm making videos, I like to tap into more of my introspection and share that side of me. And to me, it just felt so fraudulent. I'm nobody wants to see that. And because I didn't fit the mold, I would just, you know what I'm saying, I would procrastinate doing it even more. So that's where I started noticing imposter syndrome encouraging procrastination. I felt like because it wasn't reaching the standards that I'm aiming for, that I'm working towards, that I wasn't making progress to getting towards those standards. And then, of course, not taking action only further confirmed these beliefs for me, because I'm like, well, you didn't even do anything last week. Like, we've been sitting in this space for a week and we still haven't done anything. So clearly we aren't capable of doing it. Not doing anything makes you feel incapable because you're not showing your capabilities. You're not exercising your capabilities. So it only reinforced this idea that I am unable to do anything and that I'm not good enough to do anything. And I think it's okay to have these feelings towards yourself, because at least you aren't being fake positive about things. But allowing yourself to just fester in these feelings of never being able and never being capable just because of some setbacks that you've experienced really keeps you from living in your truth. And I really feel like the first thing that's really changed my relationship with procrastination and imposter syndrome is trusting myself during setbacks. When I felt like things couldn't be helped or improved, I really started asking myself, what can I do? Because I'm never completely helpless and there's always another option, even if I need to do a little digging for it. Like with the YouTube example, and wanted to be a YouTuber, but feeling like because I wasn't what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, it's Darian. And because I wasn't bringing that type of energy and knowing that I can't, or I'm not interested in making those type of videos. I'm like, okay, Shavion, so what can you do here? I don't feel comfortable enough to get in front of the camera because I feel insecure. I feel like an imposter because I'm not bringing that type of energy. So what can I do? And literally what I started doing, y'all, was scripting. Whenever I would want to record a video, but I didn't feel that confidence to do so, I would just start writing out scripts. Y'all, I have an entire book filled with YouTube video ideas and just scripts and marketing tactics of what type of energy and kind of just goals that I wanted to hit with my channel. They were really good scripts. I genuinely would put effort into it because that's what I could do at the moment. That's all I could do is put effort into these scripts, even though I never actually recorded them. But I genuinely feel like because I would take that time out of my day to write those scripts, I started to see my capabilities on paper. I had physical proof that I could at least come up with a good script for a video. You know what I'm saying? And I really noticed that helped some of my imposter syndrome melt away a bit. And I feel like always seeing what can be learned from things, knowing things are happening for me, not to me. And it's not fake positivity, it's co-creating, which we are all doing. Whether you're playing your part well or not is up to you. It opened the door for me to start to research things and ask for criticism on my work, trying to just see how I can get better at something, how I can get starting to see and starting to figure out how I could get better at it instead of completely packing it up because I wasn't the best at it yet. I genuinely feel with the whole co-creating thing, you doing that, figuring out how you can be better and taking those steps is you meeting God halfway. God already has the blessings. He already has the moves and the partners and the community waiting for you. You just have to catch up. You have to become a match to things. And I'm sure y'all have heard that before on social media with the whole manifesting thing. I definitely feel if I was presented with the opportunities that I have now and my community was starting to build as it is now, and I was still feeling like such an imposter, I wouldn't have been able to stay consistent with it because I feel like it would just be too much pressure. I would probably feel like I need to start putting on an act for y'all. But because I've grown past that, I know that I can continue being myself, if not even more of myself, the more that y'all vibe with me and I vibe with y'all type shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. And another part of trusting myself during setbacks was being understanding of myself during it. Like the other day, I had literally meal prepped, y'all, like the best gumbo in the world, some salad, I had yogurt, like I stocked the refrigerator up with like good healthy foods, you know what I'm saying? But then I literally ate an entire can of Pringles, y'all. And girl, I know that I'm trying to get skinny. I'm trying to get skinny in 2 weeks. My birthday is right around the corner. Summer is right around the corner, y'all. Like, I'm trying to be skinny, but why am I eating an entire can of Pringles? Now, I feel like old me would have felt like dog shit. Like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe you just ruined our body. Just going in. I would have went in, but now that I've started to trust myself a bit more, I'm like, okay, I know that I did this today, but I know that I won't continue eating a can of Pringles. Like, I don't know, I guess just like trusting myself that one can of Pringles isn't going to take me away from the fact that I literally just prepped all this good food, and now for the rest of the week I won't need to snack as much because I will be full, you know? And I would say that like building this trust with myself has really helped me to accepting the consequences of my actions. I really feel like growing up is you realizing that you are still an out of control child and you have to learn how to parent yourself. Like, you have to really create a healthy parental relationship with yourself. And this was definitely something that was super tough for me to address because I didn't really have both my parents growing up, and then my caregiver was just boo-boo trash. Like, y'all have heard me talk about it in many videos, but I didn't know how to talk to myself. Like, genuinely, I was so mean to my inner child that like she just would act out so much in order to get attention, y'all. Like, and I want to talk about inner child work more in my next Beyond Shavion episode, but I definitely had to break down that relationship and just start from scratch. Like, accept the fact that I wasn't given a good example of what parenting was, and I literally started doing research, y'all, like on different parental techniques and like for children, like actual children outside of yourself, like talking a child down from like talking a child through emotional regulation and how you can help them and stuff like that. And I think just inquiring with myself and figuring out what my inner child needs, like a meditation, oh my gosh, that's just really good and powerful that I love doing here and there, is sitting down, imagining myself in my childhood room, sitting on the bed right across from her and just saying, what do you need from me? How can I help you? What do you need from me in this moment? And just letting it flow, you know what I'm saying? And it really helped me figure it out if I needed tough love or gentle love, like what did I respond well to? And I've kind of learned that I like a mix of both. I can't be too soft with that girl, y'all. She don't listen. She don't listen. Yeah, sometimes I gotta put my foot down. Okay, so I've had to learn to discipline myself accordingly. Like with the whole Pringles thing, you had your Pringles today, but now you're gonna have to go for a run. So creating those consequences for my actions has helped me to stay more disciplined with things. You should be the one creating the consequences and boundaries for yourself, because if you don't, they will still be created. They're just gonna be created from your lack of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, with the Pringle example, if I would have just allowed myself to eat those Pringles without any type of discipline and not going for that run, then I would have genuinely just felt like shit for the rest of the day, because not only did I just fucking down a whole goddamn can, bro, and the Pringles was good. The Pringles is good, y'all. They're the new chili lime spicy Pringles, like they're so fucking good, but I would have felt horrible for eating that. And then on top of that, I wouldn't have got that like boost in adrenaline and confidence that you get from a good run. You know what I'm saying? That would have been the consequences of my actions had I not taken control of the situation and created my own consequence. And when I am laying down the law for myself, I just try to trust that I'm doing this because I'm ready for the life that I want to live. Like, I don't look at it as punishment. Like, I'm seeing it as, okay, I am taking the steps necessary to get to where I want to be at. And then also, I feel like something that has helped me to accept the consequences of my action and not feel like I'm just being punished is being real with myself. Everything that I'm doing in this moment is setting future Shay up for either success or failure. And looking back at the past really helped me with this, because I think back to my younger self, honestly. Like, I went through a lot as a kid and I chose to be positive. I chose to be so optimistic, even though everyone around me was super pessimistic and abusive. Like, I chose to be positive. I chose to fight through that. Like, and she really set me up to be here. Like, I could have possibly have not been here. Like, there was a high possibility of me not being here because of how fucking depressed I was on a daily. But because she chose to create spaces for herself where she could be optimistic, I am still here, bro. And for me, looking back on my inner child and looking back at my younger self, like, it gives me that motivation to just really I feel like it gives me that strength to make the right decisions now, even when it's hard, because she had to do it as a fucking child with absolutely no knowledge and by herself, like no type of support. If younger Shay can stand her ground, be fucking sexually abused, and still choose to show up and make other people feel good, then I can go for this fucking run after eating these Pringles. And I always affirm myself that I'm worthy of the life that I'm working towards. I'm worthy of the future that I am building. But yeah, this has really created room for me to learn what routines and cues best help me stay on track. I really feel like I have tried everything under the freaking sun, y'all, to stay productive. And ultimately, what I've just done is incorporate the best parts of all of those little techniques that I found. So I just want to give y'all like the practical examples of what I do. So I do to-do listing, but instead of just like writing a long ass list of everything that I need to get done, I condense it down to the most 4 important things. And then I also try to gauge how I'm feeling for that day and incorporate things that cater to my wellness as well, like in between those tasks. So if I have school and work and I really want to record a video, I'll put some time in there to meditate or just relax for like 30 minutes so that I can decompress from work and school and get myself in a mind space to where I can talk on camera, or I'll go for a walk, you know what I'm saying, because that's a good option. I'll go for a walk for an hour, and that way I'm working towards my goals, but I'm also catering to my needs and I'm not feeling so overwhelmed by all the things that I need to do. Like, I feel like we have to remember that there's so much time, like, and if you genuinely don't have enough time to do the things that you need to do, then you need to shave things off, because there's just no reason to overwork yourself. All that's gonna do is create burnout, and it's gonna taint your fucking product. Like, you're not going to be able to perform as well, and it's just no reason to overwork yourself. Like, I understand we live in a capitalist society, but like, fuck them, let's just fuck them. All right, so something else that I do is the whole 40 minutes on with like a 10-minute break thing. I don't time it really, to be honest, but I just focus in heavy on the task that I'm doing, and once my brain starts to get foggy, I'm like, okay, Shay, let's take a 10-minute break. I make sure I stay within that frame. Like, when it comes down to the break, I put more discipline around it, because I don't want to get stuck in the break. But when I'm actually in that creative flow, I just let myself flow into forever long that I want to be there. And then another thing I tried out was time blocking. So normally I'll do, at this part of the day I'm gonna do this, but I don't do time blocking in a sense where I'm like from 3 to 5 I'm gonna be doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to give myself time limits on things unless it's leisure activities or relaxing, because again, you could just get really carried away with it. So I feel like incorporating those things have really helped me a lot, and also just giving myself that reminder that my progress isn't disregarded just because of a step back. Even if it was 10 step backs, I can recommit every single time and take 20 steps forward. You know what I'm saying? Really just doing those small things every day with intention is generally how I manifest. Like I was saying with the whole scripting thing, me scripting those videos a few times a week really gave me the confidence to be able to just sit down in front of the camera and just talk. And now I've kind of just learned to break things down into smaller parts. Like, unless it's my podcast, when it comes down to making videos like these, I'll set a day to where I'm gonna go hiking and get my filming. Then I'll set a day to where I'm gonna do my voiceovers, and then I'll set a day to where I'm gonna edit. And spacing it out like that helps me from not feeling so pressured. It keeps my creative energy fresh, and then I also just feel myself making progress, and it just makes, I don't know, it makes it so much more fun, you know what I'm saying? And bringing that energy of you having fun and actually enjoying it, the universe is always going to respond well to that. You know what I'm saying? The more of that energy you put out, the more that energy is going to come to you. And I don't know, it's just been something that's been really helping me. Like, ultimately, it's all about creating a better relationship with yourself. Like, the more you follow up with yourself, the more you'll trust you, and the less you'll feel a need to prove yourself wrong. And just trusting that there's no perfect product. Share what you have so far, and just continue to improve on it and share that process, because people want to see that too. Remember the both and concept, okay? There is no perfect timing. Yes, it's going to be hard and it's going to be rewarding. Yes, I don't have the energy to produce this right now, and I'm still excited for the fulfillment this work is gonna bring me. Like, how can I energize myself to want to create this product? You know, seeing both sides and feeling them and accepting them and figuring out the solution to honor that both and. So with the, I want to create this product, I don't have the energy to do it right now, but I'm excited for the fulfillment that it's going to bring me. So what can I do in this situation that will honor my both and? I could take a nap that could re-energize me, and then wake up and journal, and that can get me in a headspace to where I feel like working on this product. Just really trusting your ability to find a way through, instead of just always trying to find a way out of your current situation. Like, how can I get through this? How can I honor my both and? How can I honor both my negative and positive outlook and feelings towards this situation? Well, yes, that is my take on the imposter syndrome and procrastination topic. You know, I really feel like it starts with untangling yourself from that identity and just starting to take those small actions. You know, manifesting is definitely real. Believe in your power to manifest, and know that it's a partnership, and ask yourself, am I playing my role? It's not about working myself to the bone, but working past what is in front of me. My actions hold so much power, but so does my inaction. So where am I going to place my power? And we've been talking about power this entire time, y'all. And I'm always going to be talking about power, because I am here to empower you. I'm here to ignite that flame within you. And I just hope that this can continue to be a space of nourishment, and that we can continue expanding this space to anyone who may need it. So yeah, definitely share the video with anyone you think could benefit, and let me know what your journey with procrastination and imposter syndrome has looked like. But yeah, this was a good ass hike. I know I didn't even talk about the hike at all in this video because like I was so wrapped up in the topic, but the hike was good, y'all. The hike was lovely. I was dying, but I felt more alive afterwards, so that's all that matters. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.